everybody, welcome. We're so glad you could join us again today for some more yoga and meditation as part of the Eco Explorers Club, brought to you by SSE Airtricity, proud sustainability partner of Dublin Zoo. I'm Caragh, and with me today I have
Tia, Toby
and
Izzy.
And this week on the Eco Explorers Club we have been learning all about energy and what powers our planet. And we're going to do a little bit of that on our yoga mats as well today. And we are going to go back to Dublin Zoo for a little bit of inspiration for our yoga postures. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. So we're going to start off today lying down. We're going to begin by bringing our awareness to our breath. So bring yourself to lie on your mat with your knees bent and bring your hands to rest on your tummy. So our breath is a very important source of energy for us, because what it does is the oxygen that we breathe in releases the energy that's held in our food. So the breath is so important in terms of giving us energy. Okay, so what we're going to do is first make friends with our breath. We're going to pay attention to it and just notice how your breath is. Everybody's breath is so different. So right now we're just going to tune into how you're breathing. With your hands resting on your tummy, close your eyes and just begin to notice your breath coming and going. Notice if it's fast or slow. Notice if there's any sound as you breathe. Notice if your breath is rough or smooth, if it's deep or shallow. Where do you feel your body breathing? Now, there's no right or wrong answers to any of this, but you might feel your breath maybe coming and going in your nose. You might feel a bit of movement in your throat or in your chest or ribs, maybe in your belly where your hands are resting. In fact, your whole body is experiencing this breath. Can you feel your breath in your arms and legs? Maybe even in your toes. The thing about the breath is that it comes and goes all the time. It just does its thing even while you're asleep. But we can also control the breath. We can slow it down. And this can be a very calming thing to be able to do. And that's what we're going to do right now. So keep your hands resting on your tummy and just begin to breathe out for a little bit longer. So with your next breath, let the out breath, the exhale, just take a little bit longer. And then when we breathe in, we'll start counting our breath. So as we breathe in, count up to 2. 1, 2, and then breathe out 2, 1. Perfect. Now let that count go up to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then down 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Could we go to 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 4, 3, 2, 1. So now keep it going, but I want everybody to find their own number. Everybody's breath is different. There's some number where you're going to find your breath is lovely and slow and deep, but it's not forced. It doesn't feel like you're running out of breath. And I want you to just stay with that. Good. For the next couple of breaths, breathe into your number and then count back down from your number. I mean, your number could be 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know. Your number. Lovely. And then when you're ready, you're going to just relax, let the breath go, and come on up to sitting. Okay, so let's bring ourselves on up to sitting, everybody. And sit in crisscross applesauce. So that just means cross our legs. Put your hands on your knees and sit up with what we call a happy back. So nice and tall, happy shoulders, they come down. Close your eyes for a second and notice how that breathing made you feel. Your breathing is now just its own rhythm, but how do you feel? Let your eyes open. It's quite calming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very quiet.
It makes me feel really light.
Makes you feel really light. Isn't that lovely? And it'll have a different effect on different people, but it's definitely calming, comforting. Let's bring ourselves on up onto our feet and we're going to get moving. Build the energy up a little bit. Come on up to stand on your feet and we're going to pretend to be windmills. So we stand with our feet hip width apart, nice and firmly rooted. Now just remember, we've got to give ourselves a little bit of space for this, okay? So do you want to step forwards a little bit, Theo, and I could step back? You let your arms come out a little bit like the blades of a windmill. And you just start to twist. Keep your knees a little bit soft and let your shoulders twist around. So you start to feel a little breeze around your arms, don't you? The air around your arms, like you're creating a feeling of the wind around you. So the wind is one of the sources of renewable energy. Renewable energy is energy that is derived from something that never runs out. The wind's never going to run out, is it? So you know those windmills that you see around the country? Beautiful big white blades spinning. They're creating energy, renewable energy. Yeah, electricity. Okay, let's slow it on down. Another form of renewable energy, another source, is something big and hot right above us. What could it be? The sun, correct, Evine. Let's step back a little bit on our mats and we're going to do a sun salutation. So hands together at the middle of your chest, we call that your heart center. And then we're going to take a big breath and open the arms wide, reaching up to the sky like the rising sun. Reach up and then breathe out. Bring your hands down the middle of your body and bow on down. Hang down. Good. Now breathe in. Put your hands against your shins or even higher if you like. And look up. Big breath in. Look up. Perfect. Everyone breathe out. Walk it out into downward dog. Now stay here in downward dog. There we go. Now breathe in and come forwards. Maybe bring your hands forwards a bit as you come to plank. In a plank pose, really strong and straight, and then lower it down. You guys are ahead of me, you know where you're going. Lower it down. Good. Breathe in. Cobra. Little snake. Look up at the sun. Breathe out. Come back on your knees and all the way back into downward dog. So here's where things get a little different. We're going to breathe in and lift your right leg up. Do you know your right leg? Now if it's the other leg, it doesn't matter. Stretch it up. Breathe out and bring it forwards between your hands. Put your back knee down on the ground. So at this point, if you feel like your foot is off back here, just bring it up, okay? Make sure you're right on your mat and you're down on that knee. Good. Now bring your hands up onto that front leg. So we're going to be a little bit like windmills again. Keep the one hand there and the other hand is down by your side, palm facing out. See this hand on your knee? Put that on your hip now. Put that one from your knee to your hip. Okay, the other hand's the windmill. Here we go. Big breath in and you reach up and over. As you breathe out, it comes around and onto your hip. Swap hands. Big breath in, it comes up and over. Breathe out, it comes down. We'll do one more time to each side. So up and over, all the way across and down. So your hand comes from your side, up and over. Big breath in, perfect. And down, let your hands come on down. Breathe in, very nice, Evine. Back into plank as you breathe in. So come to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, that's called, as you come down like a press up. Breathe in, look up at the sky. This is called cobra. Breathe out back into downward dog. And we're going to do the other leg. So make sure this time you lift the other one. So maybe it's your left. For me, it's my left. That you did that one, Theo. Do the other. Breathe in, good boy. Bring it forwards and up between your hands. That's it. Bring your knee down. Bring your hands to your knee, your front knee. Breathe in, up we come. And bring the one hand down by your side like that, facing out. So one hand stays on your knee and one hand out by your side. Got it? Now from your side, breathe in. Up and over like a windmill coming around. Breathe out, your hand comes to your hip. So from your side, up, inhale, all the way around as we exhale. One more time. Inhale. One more time with each. We got to even it up, don't we? So we inhale, take it from your side, up and over, and all the way around. Hands, good, down to the floor. Breathe in, step back into plank. You've got it, guys. Chaturanga, down, cobra, breathe in. Get them really good at this now. Breathe out, back into downward dog. This is a great warm-up for your whole body. Breathe in, walk your hands back towards you along your mat. Good, you could bring your feet forwards a bit, Theo. Hands against your legs. We're only halfway up, so we're going to breathe in. Look up. Breathe out hang down. Breathe in, roll all the way up. Now open your arms wide. Rising sun, lift up to the sky and down to your heart. Back to where we started. Great. Now let's take our feet a little bit wider. Big strong legs here. See these arms? We're going to turn them into a trunk. Ready? Let your trunk come down. We're going to bow down. We're going to get some water. We're going to pretend to be an elephant. Breathe in, bring that water up. Spray it over you and then breathe out. Down you go again. So water is another source of renewable energy. Keep it going. Spray that water over you. Breathing out when you drop down, breathing in when you come up. So they can make electricity from water. It's called hydropower. Again, breathe in, bring it up. So they do it from huge rivers or waterfalls. I'll tell you how now in a sec. Bring it up. And guys, this time, breathe out and just let your hands come down. We're going to be a waterfall. You know in the zoo where the elephants are? It's a lovely little waterfall as you walk through the trail between the bamboo. Let's be that waterfall. So come onto your mat, interlace your fingers behind your back and think about being a waterfall. Breathe in and draw your shoulders back. Open your chest, okay? Breathe out and we bow forwards, letting the hands come up off the back, okay? So just go easy. You can bend your knees, go ahead into it, bow down. That's it. Now stay there, breathe. So how they create electricity from water is they take the energy of a big river and they hold it behind what's called a dam. Stay here, like potential energy, just stay there. Then we're going to breathe in and we're going to come all the way up. So when they're ready, rise up, reach up to the sky, breathe out, hands back to your heart, standing tall like a mountain. So they hold the river back behind a dam, and then when they release the flow of water, they direct it towards a turbine, kind of a wheel, and that turns and powers the generator, and that's how they make electricity. Isn't that very clever? Okay, in the zoo, they have over 2,000 species of plant. So let's pretend to be one of the trees in the zoo. Let's stand on one foot, turn the other leg out, and your first option is just to keep those toes on the floor. So if it's a wibbly wobbly kind of a day, toes on the floor, hands together at your heart. When you feel really steady and you want to make this a little more challenging, you bring your foot up higher on your leg and maybe even grab hold of your ankle and pull your foot right up to the inside of your thigh. So you choose whatever variation works. There's so many different types of trees, isn't there? Eyes on one spot. I know Toby is so focused, so balanced. He's got his branches extending. Do you want to extend your branches or are you going to keep it down low? You choose. You're this tree. Take it easy. We all have wobbly days. We just try our best. Beautiful. Big breath in. Breathe out. Bring your hands together. Bring your foot down. Swap it over to the other foot. Maybe the other foot's going to be better. Let's try. So we turn the leg out. So over 2,000 species of plant in the zoo. So try again there, even on your foot. On your foot, get your balance. You can always keep your toes on the floor. Keep your toes on the floor and let your branches grow tall. So that's a huge amount of plants, isn't it? So there's great biodiversity in the zoo. It's not like 2,000 types of the same plant, 2,000 different species. That's biodiversity, isn't it? It's a big breath in here. Oh, we've got it now, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful focus. Breathe out, bring it down. Good. So from the elephants, we're going to make our way over to the South America house. Okay? What would we find in there? Do you know what the little tiny monkeys in there are called? Geldes monkeys. Yeah, little tiny monkeys. So come down into a squat like a monkey. Now a monkey is different to the apes that we were talking about the last time. Monkeys tend to be smaller and they have tails. And what's really amazing about monkeys is how they move. We move up and down our mats a little bit like a monkey. Sometimes I've seen them like walking along ropes in the zoo or scampering up trees. They're absolutely amazing the way they can move about. So agile. So today, like, we're doing this little squat here to try and get some of that agility ourselves in our hips, aren't we? Let's take another breath. Move it around, squat it on down. And free up your hips. Really good, guys. Great work. Now there's something else in the South American house. Very different to the little monkey. In fact, doesn't move very much at all, and it's Evie's favourite animal in the zoo. What is it, Evie? The sloth. So we're going to come down onto our back. We're going to pretend to be the sloth. So this pose is called Happy Baby Pose. And we have our feet up in the air. We grab hold of our feet and we have a little roll around here. Just enjoy the feeling of being a sloth, conserving energy. And when we talk about conserving energy in terms of the sloth, we mean he's not running around. Sloth is just taking his time and having a little nap now and again. You guys stay with your little sloth pose. But when we talk about conserving energy in terms of the planet, we mean not wasting it. So the South American house is really warm. That takes electricity to heat it, electricity that comes from SSE Airtricity. Let's roll ourselves up to sitting. We'll make our way over to Jurassic World. Let's lie down on our side, pretend to be a crocodile who isn't moving at all, just breathing. But have you noticed in the zoo, on the roof of the rhino house and the hippo house? So lie really long, guys, hands together over your head, legs together. Pretend to be a crocodile, just breathe and don't move. They have grass and plants growing on the roof. It's a green roof. And that is stopping all the heat escaping, you see? Isn't that a good idea? Hey, crocodile, are you ready? Lift your leg, snap, 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 snap. Great. Let's come up, let's roll that crocodile over to the other side. Well done, guys. So, come on over to the other side, lie down, really still, just breathing. So isn't that a really clever way of conserving energy? Insulating the roof with plants. It's amazing. Okay, really still. Breathe, feel your breath, super long, super still. Snap, snap, snap. Good. Now we're going to come over and be one of those snakes. So come up very carefully, sit up, come around onto your belly. That's it. And lie down. Good. So we're going to lie right down on our tummy. We're going to bring our hands under our shoulders and be on your fingertips. We're going to be one of the 4 different kinds of snakes in Jurassic World. Ready? Breathe in. Roll up, roll your shoulder back, look around. Breathe out, roll it down. Let's roll it the other way, roll around. Wow, great. And then roll it back down. So 4 different kinds of snakes in Jurassic World. Let's go again. Put your hands on the floor and roll up a little higher. We could be each of those, couldn't we? 4 snakes. One more breath in. Let's let this one go with the hiss. Good. Now come back down onto your belly. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one leg from here. We're going to slide it up beside us. So your knee is bent up like that. Can you see what I did there? Theo, can you see that? See the way I brought my knee right up to the side. So the other leg is still stretched out behind. Just one knee up. Doesn't that feel kind of nice for your hip? We're turning ourselves into lizards. Well, a chameleon. We're going to be the chameleon in Jurassic World. So we're going to bring ourselves up onto our hands and up onto that back knee. Okay, keep that front knee forward because now we're going to bring the foot right up. Got your foot up? Good. Now sink down with your hips. Go right down. This is really nice for your hip. So you just give a little sway. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out and go down lower. Are you able to bring your arms to the floor? Now, if it's too much of a stretch, you don't have to. You can just stay up on your hands. One more big breath in. Breathe out. Very good, everybody. Now bring your hands down and bring your leg back. And we're going to come to our tummy again. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So first, just slide your knee up to the side of you. And if you like that, it's fine to just stay with this. Really nice for your hip, very relaxing. If we want to go a little higher and give our hip a deeper stretch, come up onto your hands, onto your knee. You ready? Everybody, here we go. We're going to bring the foot forwards, up like that. Yeah, you guys are very good at this. Bring your hand down. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out and down. We go a little deeper. Give a little sway and a lot of breath. Big breath in through your nose. Nice long breath out. Lovely, everyone. Now back onto your hands. Let's take that leg back. What else we might find in Jurassic World is tortoise. Tortoise and turtles. So you could choose. You're going to be a tortoise or a turtle with this pose. You have your feet apart. Your hands come together. So sit like this, Theo, on your bum, feet in front, hands together, and then you bring your arms, Evie, see my feet, do that. Bring your arms down and then under your legs and around to your feet. Good. Now stretch your feet forwards a bit. Breathe in and look up, little head poking out of your shell. Hello. And then breathe out and in you go. Big breath in through your nose. And when you breathe out, feel the warm exhale warming your little house, warming the inside of your shell. Stay here and imagine that you are either an Indian star tortoise. Have I got that name right, Theo? Indian star tortoise, or an anim leaf turtle. That's what you'd find in Jurassic World. Anim leaf turtle. Which one are you? Let's take another breath in. Breathe out in. We go a little bit deeper into our shell. And then breathe in and come on up. Oh, isn't that nice? I think it's time to relax. Let's come down onto our backs. We're going to give ourselves a tiny little twist when we come down. So when you lie down, cross your legs over each other like that. Wrap them around. Twist them around each other and then drop them over to one side and reach your arms out wide. Have a big breath. Can you breathe here into your belly? Nice long breath out. Imagine you're a vine, you know, twisting around a tree. And then bring it on back to the middle. Twist your legs the other way. So uncross them, wrap them over the other way, and then send it over to the other side. Okay, that's it. So, oh, beautiful. Stay with it, guys. Yeah, exactly. And then you've got to breathe. Perfect. Beautiful, guys. Breathe into your belly here. Breathing out, twisting a little bit deeper. Beautifully demonstrated. Bring it on back to the middle now and become a sloth one more time. Happy baby pose. Bring your legs up, have a little rock, a little rest here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come on down onto your back. We're going to come into Shavasana, our final relaxation. So give yourself a little bit of space on your mat to relax. Straighten up your body, feet hip width apart, and you can either bring your hands to your tummy or rest your arms on the ground with the palms facing up. So if anybody would like to get a blanket, you could, and pop it over you. Whose blanket is this? Toby, is it? Okay, so you can choose if you want to have a blanket or not, and you can also choose perhaps to have a teddy. Hard to know what teddy is involved in this house. We have so many teddies. Okay, the special chosen teddies are there for relaxation. I love, you want Gansey? I love a teddy for relaxation because I think it's really lovely to put that teddy on your tummy. And again, it'll help you to feel your tummy going up and down as you breathe. Okay, so just as we did at the very beginning of our practice, we're going to bring our attention to our breath. So if you're using a teddy, put teddy on your tummy, okay? And if you're not using a teddy, just put your hands on your tummy for now. And we're going to do a little breathing to start our relaxation, which is like blowing a feather, okay? So I want you to breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe out, I want you to imagine you're blowing a little feather that's right there in front of your mouth. And you're blowing it so gently that it's just sort of wavering in that breeze. You're not blowing it away, okay? So let's try. We breathe in through our nose, the tummy goes up, and then you breathe out. blowing that little feather. Let's try it 2 more times. Big breath in, let your tummy go up. And then breathe out, blow your imaginary feather. Imagine you could see it just moving very gently. And do this 1 more time. This is such a great way to help you to calm down at times when you feel very emotional. You know, when you're very upset about something and you can't catch your breath. Let's give it 1 more go and notice how it's making you feel. As you breathe into your belly going up, 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 and then your feather just getting blown on the breeze of your breath. And then we're going to let go of that breathing and we're just going to let our breath come and go the way it does, all on its own. Okay? Close your eyes and imagine that it's a beautiful sunny day and you're lying down outside and you can feel the warm earth beneath your body and you can feel the warm sun shining down on you. And above you, you can see the blue sky and little wispy clouds drifting by. You close your eyes and you feel yourself relax. Feel your body breathe. Now this isn't a breath that you're doing. This is just your own breath that takes care of itself when you're not watching it. Feel that breath coming in and out of your body, lifting your tummy up and down, and your body becoming more and more relaxed. Now, as you feel your body becoming more and more relaxed, start to imagine that you're floating, beginning to float upwards off your mat. With each breath, your body becomes lighter and lighter. Imagine that you are floating up towards that blue sky. Breathing and rising. Your head becomes lighter. Your shoulders, your arms become lighter. Your back, your hips become lighter. Even your legs and feet become really light here. Your whole body becomes as light as a feather, as light as a cloud, until you are floating in the air, floating in the blue sky. Imagine what that would feel like. Enjoy that feeling. Moving with your breath and floating in the air. And now it's time to gently just drift your way down, drifting back down to the ground, slowly, slowly, and then eventually landing on the ground. Feel the ground beneath you now. Notice how you feel. Hear the sounds in the world around you, whatever they might be, wherever you are. Give your body a little stretch, reaching long into your arms and legs, and then draw your knees up into your body. Give yourself a little cuddle, and then roll your way on up to sitting. So when we come all the way up, we're going to sit in crisscross. So let's come and do that. We'll sit together, crisscross, and bring your hands together. Come on in here a little bit more, Toby, here beside me. Bring your hands together at your heart center and just close your eyes for a moment, everybody. And notice how you feel. And now let something come to mind that you feel grateful for. Great. Namaste. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for taking part. We hope you enjoyed that and that it helped you to feel lovely and relaxed. And that we'll see you again soon here on the Eco Explorers Club Hub on SSE Airtricity's website.